welcome you all. I think this is for PGs, I guess this is the first time we are being here for this particular specific session that we never forget to arrange from our chairman sir and vice chairman sir to motivate you and to make you understand that what are the different opportunities that would be available in the upcoming year 2026 and how did we do in the last year as well. So what will be the challenges, what are the fundamentals and skills you should be definitely aware as based on the trends that happens in global arena, we should also be able to cope up with that. So having said this, I'll just take 1 minute to make you understand that with respect to the branches that are sitting here. If you see in the last year or last 2 years, with respect to EC and electrical, if I start, there will be areas which are in the areas like semiconductor and VLSI is predominantly booming, especially because of that ISM and also the fabrication policy that has been there in India. Followed by, we also have a growth in EV and automotive sector as well. And of course, biomedical, there has been new roles in both rehabilitation engineering or regulatory affairs, medical devices and design. But having said all this, how do we build ourselves a skill and foundation on this? Is what since we have another year left out, as we had a discussion with sir, then how can we skill this properly and utilize these opportunities that would be available in the next year?
Now, I kindly request our Vice Chairman sir to address and set the context of today's meeting. We'll also have an interaction after their address of the meeting. Thank you.
So, we two are the different chairman and myself are the different people here. So, we will definitely want to, give you a different perspective. All your faculty, your HODs, the principal, everybody have expressed their ideas on how the 27 batch can be prepared. So I just want to, first congratulate the principal and all the HODs for having put in a lot of hard work, because I want to congratulate that BVRIT 26 batch has crossed the 1,000 mark and we want to celebrate that today. And it has come through a lot of hard work. And one important thing that I'm seeing as a change that is coming is a lot of the students are now opting for internships. And I'm seeing that through internships, I'm seeing a lot of new opportunities coming up for students on a permanent basis. So now I would like to just set the context as principal had requested. Why things are, going to become more and more positive for the batches going ahead, provided we are very alert and we are interested to kind of commit ourselves with a lot of hard work and focus. While the HODs have all talked about the verticals, where each, whether it's a mechanical engineer, whether it's a biomedical engineer, whether it's electrical, electronic, MTech specialization in power systems, where you need to vertically deeply specialize, that is a given, because that's why you have chosen engineering. That's the understanding. So definitely the colleges are preparing you well. A lot of special labs have been created in the individual departments, so that depending on what you like, you are able to create a project that you are able to go and present confidently when you go for an interview. So those basic facilities have been created. Now, what is really required is your mindset. And that's exactly why Chairman and myself are here today, to give you a broader scope to kind of prepare yourself. Because all of us here amongst us want you to be very successful, that's a given. But how do we change you to kind of engage yourself more in a committed way? Because by June, you will be finishing your 3-1, no? 3-2. They will be finishing 3-2. So by June, you should be in a position to kind of have at least a minimum GPA with no backlogs. That's one hope that we want to, talk to you today and make you committed to that. Because that is when you will started getting opportunities, because whenever companies come early, They ask for so much GPA with no backlogs. That's the first starting point. So I had the opportunity to go to Capgemini, in November 3rd week, okay, to Pune. There were only 10 colleges, all India Capgemini invited, and they specifically chose us, and because there is something that they found, that we have a different mindset when it comes to creating opportunities for students. The fact that we are running multiple core disciplinary branches, they were very excited and keen, because we are able to produce those multiple disciplinary branch students, whether it's biomedical, whether it's electronics, whether it is electrical, mechanical. We have a breadth of students across. It is not just computer science. So that's what excited Capgemini. And that's why they gave us a privilege to be invited, where 2 days they hosted us, right from the managing director to all the heads of, all the delivery heads of the engineering department, the IoT department, or the cybersecurity department. All of them were there to give us a 2-day intensive program on why they are seeing new opportunities coming up in India. And that's where I just wanted to share what I learned from there. What I learned from there is, while your deep vertical, requirements at the department level are there, they are also requesting us to kind of build some broad capabilities in you. Like Dr. Vamshi was telling, while you're a mechanical engineer, you also need to know some amount of, MATLAB simulation, because simulation is a part of your design, this thing. So you might have to learn some Python. You might have to learn some, how to read a drawing, So that's why you have GD and T, So like this, they have expressed that you need to have some broader scope, while you have deeper scope. But deep scope is very important, but you need interdisciplinary scope. Like a mechanical engineer should also know electronic circuits, because they are going to have engineers who are going to work on systems. So they need to have a broader understanding of how to interface with an electronic engineer, or an electrical engineer interfacing with a mechanical engineer. So they need that scope, or a biomedical engineer, because Capgemini also has biomedical devices. So they need to know how to interact with a software engineer. So they need to know some element of software. That's why Python, scripting languages, everything is equally important as much as you have depth in your area. So that scope is something that the departments, when you work on projects, you need to choose interdisciplinary projects. I would encourage that when you're starting projects, it is the departmental heads should also collaborate between themselves and create student projects which are interdisciplinary, because that is the only way that students also will be excited to, within a team. If you are an electrical engineer and you are working with a mechanical engineer in a project together, it gives more scope for you to be understood when you go to a technical interview, because they appreciate that, the companies appreciate that. So this is one thing that I wanted to leave in your mind. So the other opportunities that I want to talk is, only there are a lot of now, all these multinationals in India have created something which is already known. It's called global capability centers. But what these global capability centers do is, whatever their big offices in different parts of the world, wherever they are headquartered, they bring some of their core operations to India, because they have students in, we have skills in India which are very broad based, and that's where they are coming big numbers to India. So if you have companies which are into manufacturing in India, now they're creating their own GCCs for technology, whether it is design, whether it is IoT, whether it is materials, they're creating their own GCCs. So therefore, India has a very good scope. What is really important for you is to get those internships, and that's where we are going to create, we are already created pathways. We have, even for the MTech programs, anyway, 1-year internships is a mandatory thing. So we are already having pathways, and we are having offices in different parts. We are having office in Delhi, we are having office in Pune, we are having office in Bangalore, we are having in Chennai, Hyderabad. So you have scope. So you need to only kind of be open-minded to do many things, because people have to travel. You know, if you have to go to Lucknow, you need to go to Lucknow. If you have to go to Jaipur, you need to go to Jaipur. So we have teams there and we have companies there who are willing to, so that students should be self-motivated and should be committed. So this is where we will be able to map the skills with each department, as what the department HODs have just said. We will now start looking at skills, and that skills is what we are going to present to the companies, where we are going to say the 2027 batch electronic engineer has these 5 skills. These 5 skills, I will map it to the company, and the company will definitely look at giving internships. But how do you quantify as a student that you are assessed for those 5 skills? Is your hard work, your knowledge that you are able to apply, the projects that you choose to do, because already you're in 3-2, so you would have already started your mini project and things like that. So those things really count, and we will be able to map. So this is in brief how we are planning to go ahead with your batch. So we are very confident, because the recent Baha, just to give you a perspective, there were 2 of your students, that is the 26 batch, am I right, have got in Varok with about 8 to 9 lakhs package. So they are, which is because they participated in an event like Baha. And because they have participated in an event like Baha, they were able to kind of technically be able to describe different subsystems in a vehicle. So like this, every one of us, our projects define how confidently we can talk. So obviously, most important thing why we are meeting today is the CRT classes have begun. It is very important that you need to have reading comprehension, you need to have English language, grammar, because these are the initial blocks on which you will be assessed before you can go to the technical round. So it's very important the next few days here, you are all committed towards improving your critical reasoning, reading comprehension, English language, grammar, because without this, you are not going to go to the next step of technical round. So please be very cautious. We want, because all the elimination rounds are start with aptitude test. So like the Baha people had the Baha aptitude test, which was an elimination round before they went to the technical round. So BVIT Narsapur, out of, 30 students, 10 students qualified in BAT. So therefore, it's very important for you to first qualify in the first round before you get opportunities to go ahead with your technical round. So I'm sure 27 batch is in a very strong, foundation. I wish you all the best, and please do very well. We are here to support you. Thank you.
Now let us be ready for a most engaging and motivation session from our Honorable Chairman Sir. I request Chairman Sir to address.
Good morning to all of you. Andru etla unnaru bagunnara andru? All of you had a good Sankranti Pongal? All refreshed? All of you came back yesterday? Okay, and just before we go ahead, I want to ask, just to get a feel of the audience, how many EEE students are here? Can you just raise your hands? Electrical, electronics. Attendance seems to be low. Hardly 25-30 students. Raidiga raleda students? How many EC students are there? Bulk is EC, okay. Biomedical? Biomedical is okay. Mechanical? Okay, and how many MTech students are sitting here? MTech, yeah, they're there. Okay, thank you. So, are you comfortable with English, or you want me to speak in Telugu also? How many for English? How many for English in the Pakwan చూస్తున్నారు మీరు? How many for Telugu? How many for mixed Telugu and English mix? Perfect. సో బేసిక్గా ఈరోజు మేమంతా ఎందుకు వచ్చామంటే 2027లో మీరందరూ పాస్ అవుతారు కదా. సో మీలో చాలామంది విల్ బి లుకింగ్ ఫర్ జాబ్స్. సో ఎంతమంది కోర్ సెక్టర్లో అంటే మీరు చదువుకున్న బ్రాంచ్, అది మెకానికల్ కావచ్చు, ఈసీ అవ్వచ్చు, ఎలక్ట్రికల్ అవ్వచ్చు, మీ కోర్ బ్రాంచ్లో కోర్ డొమైన్లో ఎంతమందికి జాబ్స్ యు ఆర్ టార్గెటింగ్? కెన్ యూ రేజ్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్స్? అండ్ మీలో ఎంతమంది ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీలోకి వెళ్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు? పర్ఫెక్ట్. దట్ మీన్స్ బల్క్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ వాంట్ టు కంటిన్యూ ఇన్ యువర్ ఓన్ డొమైన్. am I రైట్? నా అండర్స్టాండింగ్ కరెక్టే కదా? ఓకే. అండ్ ఈరోజు మీరు ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ఇండియా, a very unfortunate situation has come up in the last 10 years. If you are following the higher education, including IITs, NITs, private universities, deemed universities, affiliated colleges, మొత్తం మన ఇండియన్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ తీసుకుంటే గత 10 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి there is a mad increase of computer science and allied branches like artificial intelligence, IT, different combinations, though same thing they are putting. On the other hand, కోర్ సెక్టర్ బ్రాంచెస్ని తగ్గించారు. కొన్ని కాలేజీలు అయితే పూర్తిగా దే హ్యావ్ క్లోజ్డ్ కోర్ సెక్టర్. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ లుక్ ఎట్ 2 of us sitting here, or even 3 of us, in fact myself, your vice chairman, both of us are from the core engineering domain. I am a chemical engineer, he is a mechanical engineer. మా గట్టి నమ్మకం ఏంటంటే ఒక ఇంజనీరింగ్ కాలేజ్ అంటే ఇట్ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఆల్ ద డిసిప్లిన్స్. ఇట్ కెనాట్ బి ఓన్లీ కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్, యూ కెన్ గో టు అమీర్పేట్, యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు కమ్ హియర్. In fact, my close friend Neil Gopte, he was my classmate in Little Flower. He runs this college called KMIT. Narayangodalo on the KMIT, Keshav Memorial Institute. వాడు నా క్లాస్మేటే. సో ఎప్పుడైనా మేము కలిసినప్పుడు మేము జోక్ చేస్తాం, యు ఆర్ రన్నింగ్ అ గ్లోరిఫైడ్ అమీర్పేట్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఇన్ నారాయణగూడ. Because he doesn't have electrical, he doesn't have electronics and communication, he doesn't have mechanical. So why are you running it? So he has got his own philosophy, he is doing well also. But coming to our BVRIT, Narsapur campus, and if you take the state of Telangana, I don't think any college, including CBIT, has got so many UG programs across all the disciplines. Now, చాలా మంది నాకు ఏం చెప్పారంటే, why are you running chemical, why are you running biomedical, you are not making money, close those branches, get into computer science. But education cannot be run like that. And today our stand has been proved right, because again we are seeing a rising demand in core sector. And ఇదే ఆడిటోరియంలో, ఇదే క్యాంపస్లో కనుక మీరు లాస్ట్ 3 monthsలో కనుక యాక్టివిటీస్ తీసుకుంటే, I have personally seen 3 very good things taking place. About 3 months back in the same auditorium, we had the chemical engineering department, for the first time I think in India itself, conducting a competition for the Chemi car. I'm sure some of you saw that. We got the inspiration from the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. Now, if a student is able to make a small vehicle move and stop using chemical energy, that means he or she is quite strong in the fundamentals of chemical reaction engineering, fundamentals of thermodynamics, heat transfer, mass transfer, transport phenomena. Similarly, just about 10 days back, I was here for the concrete cano championship. Now you tell me, you have friends studying in all other colleges. ఎక్కడైనా ఎవరన్నా కాంక్రీట్ క్యానో ఛాంపియన్షిప్ పెట్టారా? But the fact that NIT Warangal students came here, the fact that JNTU College of Engineering students came here, IIIT Basara came here, students all the way from Kottayam, Kerala came here, it shows that we are doing something different. And I personally met all the students and they were extremely happy. Now, if you take that particular competition, students have used their brains. How do I reduce the density of concrete? How do I make it very aerodynamic? What type of a modeling software I have to use? What type of concrete mixture I need to make to reduce the density? There's a lot of science and engineering there. Third, Vice Chairman myself, he mentioned recently, about a week back we were in Indore. I don't know if any of the Baha participants are sitting here. Anyone here from the Baha team? You're there? Please raise your hands. I think a lot of motivation there. I think from both the Telugu states only our teams were there. Most of the teams are from Maharashtra. And when I was talking to the students there in Indore, All of them spoke like engineers. They were talking about the braking system, they were talking about the steering system, the suspension system, the angle of repose. Now, these are things which the industry is looking for, not sitting in a classroom. So if you look at the Baja competition, if you look at the concrete cano, and if you look at the chemi car competition, I don't think any other college is thinking on those lines. What these competitions are allowing the students and faculty to do is to apply engineering knowledge, to think differently, to think practically, because whatever you do with your hands, you will never forget in your life. And this is what the industry wants. In fact, I want to ask a small question to all of you. Meerandaru job market lo vastaru kada, next 5-6 months lo companies will come for you. Are any of you tracking your industry? Are any of you understanding what is happening in the world around you? Anyone here? Are you looking at job portals? For example, are you looking at Indeed? All of you know what Indeed is? You know what Monster.com is? You know what Simply Hired is? So what did I do before coming here today? I'll tell you very openly. Nenu meeto maatladali kada. So in the evening what I did is, I just opened my computer and I typed biomedical fresher jobs. And I was surprised to see about 10-15 openings in Hyderabad itself for biomedical engineers. So I was very curious to understand what type of skills those companies are asking for and what are those companies. So then I looked at Bangalore, then I looked at Pune. And very clearly I could see Bangalore opportunities are much more than what is happening in Hyderabad. Hyderabad lo who's recruiting biomedical engineers are the corporate hospitals. Hospitals like Apollo, hospitals like Star, they're all advertising for biomedical engineers who can actually take care of the equipment there. They probably have CT scans, they have dialysis machines, they have a lot of equipment there. But then if you look at companies in Bangalore, a lot of medical device companies are there. Then I was very curious to understand what are the requirements these companies are looking for. And then yesterday I spoke to your HOD ma'am to find out there's something called a human factors engineering. Madam, is it there in our syllabus? I asked her. They're asking for the user interface in some of these biomedical companies where they use something called a Figma. I don't know how many of you use that for graphical interface. Obviously, they're also looking for very strong fundamentals. Now, why I'm giving you this example of biomedical engineering is I put myself in your shoes. Suppose if I'm a third year student and 2027 I'm graduating, Naku Dadapu 2026 September gala I need to get a job offer or at least 2 offers. Am I right or not? I cannot wait till the end, no? That means I should understand what is happening in the market around me. And today, all of you are lucky. When we were students, we didn't have access to this information. There was no internet, there were no computers. We had to only rely upon the good old newspaper. But today, sitting in your house with your laptop or a mobile, you have access to so much of information. What exactly is happening in your field? Where are the jobs? What are the skills required? First and foremost, I request all the students here to start doing that. Are you clear? Does it make sense or not? It's for your benefit, no? In fact, a lot of alumni from biomedical engineering, when we meet in our alumni meets, tell us, sir, please tell your students to take these certifications. Please tell our juniors to do this. There is huge demand for R programming. There is huge demand for this particular skill. So second source is your alumni. First is, of course, your newspapers, your websites, your job portals. Second is alumni, and I request your principal ma'am to connect you with the alumni. Please have regular alumni meets. The third suggestion is, because I did this when I was your age, when I was looking for a job in the US, I will follow 10 to 15 companies. Now let us take mechanical engineering. Any branch you take here, or let's take electronics and communication engineering. I will probably look at what area excites me. Is it VLSI design? Is it embedded systems? Is it imaging? Or is it power electronics? Or is it renewable power? Is it smart grids? Now, these are the hot areas today. Now, I will map out what are those companies in that space. And all I will do is maybe once a week or once in 10 days, I will just look at the website of that company. And most of these companies, the multinational companies, those websites are very dynamic. Almost on a daily basis, they keep updating it. What exactly is happening? And I will keep reading. To illustrate this, I will just show you, because I read a lot of newspapers and online stuff. I just want to show you something for the electrical engineers here. How many of you are interested in renewable power, alternate energy here? ఎంతమందికి alternate energy మీద interest ఉంది? Solar power కానీ, wind power కానీ? Anyone here? Yeah. So yesterday I came across this beautiful article and I learned something new yesterday. Something called a BESS. Do the students know what BESS is? Right, Garu? Do the students know what BESS is? Apparently it says it's a battery energy storage system. Very interesting article, half a page article yesterday in Business Line. And they say that 2025 was the year of the solar power for India. Huge investments have been made here. Almost every day you'll see some company setting up a factory in Telangana or Andhra or Karnataka or Maharashtra, setting up photovoltaic cells. Because what we have in India is plenty of sunlight. Okay? Now the next important thing they're saying is the battery storage. And what was very interesting for me, apparently till now the technology for storing solar power in a battery. See, in the daytime you have plenty of sunlight, you generate solar power. What about in the night? There is no sun, no? So all the solar power which you generate can be stored in a battery. Now batteries are very expensive. So what I came to know yesterday is, so far the technology is there for batteries to work for 3 hours to 4 hours. I don't know if I'm right, that's what I was told. Now companies are coming out with 6 hours of battery life. That means more or less the entire night you can actually generate that power, you can take that power out of the battery. Now, while reading this article, I came across something else which I knew. But they compared that technology and this technology. There's something called a pumped storage power. How many of you heard the word pumped storage power? I'm very happy that you are following this. The world's largest project, you know where it is? It's exactly 200 kilometers from here, in Kurnool district of Andhra Pradesh. World's largest pumped storage power. వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే they have dug a huge reservoir after Srisailam. And they pump, reverse pumping from the reservoir up the dam using solar energy. And in the night, they generate tidal power. This is by a company called Greenco. In fact, I would suggest to the electrical department, take your students to that project. I'm just giving you certain examples. So, how do I know all this? I'm not preparing for an exam. I'm not looking for a job. It's basically if you inculcate that habit of being curious, if you inculcate that habit of that hunger to understand what is happening in the world around you, dear friends, I can tell you, it will change your life. So please start reading. So these are the 3 things I want to summarize for you. Look at job portals for your branches. Type in the keyword, whatever your branch, whatever your interest, and fresher. And then be flexible, look throughout the country. Because second thing I want to tell you, today we cannot be choosers. The economy is not in a great shape. I want to actually share this information also with you. This data came out yesterday, authentic data. Number of sources they have collected this data. And they are looking at January 2026, January 2025, up to January 2021. 2021, you know, the pandemic hit us, 2020-21. And how many tech jobs were available in January of 2022, 23, 24, and how many are available today the figure is not very encouraging. In 2022 was the highest. Acceptable because of COVID, everything became digital, so a lot of recruitment took place. Then the companies realized they made a big mistake because people thought this pandemic will last forever. Then they realized that they did overhiring. Then there was a regularization of that. Today, if you look at that figure, in 2022 and 2026, the figure has come down by almost 50%. That means there are less number of jobs, more number of students to compete for that. But that does not mean you will not get a job. It means that the students have to be really unique. Now, the fact that 2025 pass out, 2026 pass out, you probably, in fact, your vice chairman just made a mention of 1,000 placements we crossed. But he forgot to mention a very important milestone there. Infosys has taken the highest number of students from any single campus in India from BVRT Narsapur. 425 offers were given here. It's the highest from any single college. So I was just wondering how come Infosys has given so many jobs? Because TCS is not recruiting much, Cognizant is not recruiting much. But if you read up and find out what exactly is Infosys doing, Infosys is actually now planning to recruit more and more students, and they're also now realize that they're not paying them well. So among these 425 students who have been recruited, there are going to be quite a few students, if they do well, they might even go up to a 20 lakhs package. Because now it's a mad rush for talent. So in this gloomy atmosphere also, there are some bright spots. Now, friends, for your branches, you don't have to worry because there are not enough engineers available today in this country with your qualifications. Computer science is a different story altogether. But at the same time, if you want a job, there are certain things which I want you to understand. First and foremost is your fundamentals. You cannot take a stand tomorrow, I forgot Ohm's law, or I don't know what Wheatstone bridge is, or ఎప్పుడో చదివాను కార్నాట్ ఇంజిన్ నాకు అదేంటో తెలియదు. Companies won't accept that. Please brush up on your fundamentals. Companies are not asking for something very high-tech from you. They know you're a BTech student. They know you're a third-year student. They want to test your fundamentals. So if it's a mechanical engineer, please brush up all your fundamentals right from your thermodynamics, heat transfer, mass transfer, whatever your core subjects are. For biomedical engineering, I think it's basically, as Madam mentioned, anatomy, physiology, and your core electronics engineering, signal processing and things like that. For electrical, all your fundamentals. First and foremost, make sure that your fundamentals are up to date. Because recently in some companies, our students could not answer even what is Ohm's law. Obviously, then the recruiter won't take you. Especially in the core, all your branches, the fundamentals are very important. Please make a note of that. Second, many of our students, especially from Narsapur, are failing in communication skills. Communication does not mean excellent English. Communication means can you speak a sentence, that is enough. దౌర్భాగ్యం ఏంటంటే తెలుగు కూడా ఎవరు మాట్లాడలేదు సరిగా. ఇవాళ జనరేషన్ ఎట్లా అయిపోయారంటే మీకు ఇంగ్లీషు కన్ఫ్యూజన్లో ఉన్నారు, తెలుగు కన్ఫ్యూజన్లో ఉన్నారు. మీరు ఎవరు అసలు తెలుగు ఒక్క సెంటెన్స్ మాట్లాడగలుగుతారా వితౌట్ ఎ వర్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంగ్లీష్? వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్. సో కమ్యూనికేషన్ అనేది ఏంటంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఫ్లవరీ ఇంగ్లీష్, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఫ్లవరీ language. It's simple English, simple sentence construction. Please practice on that because we are planning to actually conduct a lot of mock interviews for you. That is where many of our students have failed. In fact, I think Vamsi forgot to mention one particular company came from the core sector offering a reasonably good package for mechanical engineers, for your seniors. They did not take a single student from here. They went to Bhimavaram and they took 5 students. Am I right? All our students failed both in the fundamentals and in communication. So please make sure, because you still have another 6 to 7 months, improve your communication. Read a paper. Please pick up a paper, read it. Try talking to your friends in English, make small sentences. Because ultimately, when you work, your work might take you to another country, it might take you to another city. You have to converse in English only. Brush up on your fundamentals. I think these are some of the things which I wanted to tell you, and why we came today. Because I think, Prashant, we started the CRT only day before yesterday, am I right? I think all of you started the campus recruitment training programs. Okay. How many of you have visited the Vedic campus here? In your first year? Okay. How many have gone there again? After the first year, anyone has gone again? Okay. So why do you think Vedic has been created? So these are some of the things you should not start thinking. There is no more Narayana Chaitanya days now. You have to start thinking on your own now. Are mammalni enduku Vedic pampicharu, ivanni enduku cheptunnaru? Start connecting the dots. I think many of you must have undertaken a psychometric test there. Things like that, now you should start reflecting on that, because now you're getting into the real world. Next year by this time, you should have a job offer in hand. How many of you are looking at a government job? Public sector undertakings? Please raise your hands fully so that I get a picture here. So start preparing for GATE. Start looking, just like how I was telling, looking at job portals. Now you should start looking at where are these openings. Is it in the banking sector? Is it in the railways? Is it somewhere else? Is it BHL? Is it ONGC? Start looking at that. Obviously, we will guide you, but I think you should be the prime mover of that. How many of you are worried about artificial intelligence? How many of you have taken any course in artificial intelligence here? Please raise your hands here. Okay, so what I want to tell you, first of all, don't worry about it. But at the same time, including me or you, we cannot get away from it. That's how technology is progressing. Okay? Now, one way of looking at it is people are talking outside that because of AI, jobs will go. They are right in one sense, some jobs will go, but some other jobs are going to be created. So you should be smart enough to know what those jobs are. Here again, I'll give you another example which I read a couple of days back. All the big IT companies, service companies in India, Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, HCL, these are the people who are recruiting thousands and thousands of students. How these companies are evolving is something which I saw 30 years back. Probably you people heard about SAP, enterprise resource software called SAP. Those days, SAP, when I talk about those days when this college just started, SAP, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, there were Oracle Financials, there were about 5-6 big companies which were actually creating tools for companies to, manufacturing companies, healthcare companies, to improve their processes. Now those tools were actually used by Infosys, TCS, Satyam, and they took our students, these students were trained on those tools and put in those companies. Today a very similar thing is taking place with artificial intelligence. A lot of repetitive tasks are being replaced by AI agents. So, how many of you have heard this word? Any of you heard this? Heard about this word? Excellent. What is that? Fantastic. What's your name? Rishit. Give him a round of applause. So Rishit, how did you know about this? Through Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest financial companies. So one day we were sitting and having dinner in his house, and then suddenly he got a phone call saying that Pakka department mottam andarni పంపించేశారు. They closed the entire department of 6 people. And he was shocked. So I said, which department did they close? And they said, it's a data analysis department. I said, why did they close it? And then he said, they brought this tool called Devin, So whatever the 6 software engineers are doing, Devin is going to do it. It's basically an automated for coding and all that. You really don't require someone to write a code. Okay? Thank you, Rishit. So first time I heard about it. Then recently I read that Infosys is now tied up with Devin. Similarly, if you look, so this is Infosys. Then obviously you have a TCS. So TCS has used another AI agent called Hila. This is an Indian company, Hila. And then if you look at Cognizant, they have a much more popular tool called Claude. You must have heard of this. Claude is quite popular. And then even mid-tier companies like Hexaware, they have tied up with an agent called Replit. So exactly what I saw 30 years back, Infosys with SAP or TCS with PeopleSoft, same thing now we are seeing. These companies are tying up with AI companies. And it's a win-win situation. AI companies also want business. Infosys also wants business. So now they are tying up. So to deploy these agents also you require a special skill. Basically the prompt. What type of prompt has to be given to give that code? That's where the human element is very important. That's where the domain knowledge is very important. So you should understand all this, what is happening in the world around you. Now when I can understand it, when I can get the access to this, don't you think all of you also have access to this? So these are some examples So these are some of the companies. Continue చేసేయచ్చు. Okay, now some of the things which I want to actually seriously wanted to implement. Actually, our Vice Chairman already made a point of this. One important thing, disturbing thing actually in BVRT Narsapur is the number of students who are eligible has come down, especially in your branches. We are willing to work with you. In fact, morning before coming here, we were late because I was sitting with all your HODs. So I have requested your HODs along with the faculty to individually sit with students who have backlogs and to work with them, help them to clear those backlogs before June. Are you all okay with that? Sound ratledu. Breakfast tinleda? Are you all okay? Those students who have backlogs, we will work with you. Koncham kashtapadali meeru. Because by June 30th, if you can clear your resume, we want that eligibility number to go up. Because you understand, no, many companies will say we want students with no backlogs, or we want students with only one backlog, or we want students with no backlogs with 70% or 7 GPA. We cannot influence those companies. They have their own rules. I think first and foremost, that is something which I would like all of you to cooperate with us. It's for your own benefit. I've already taken the commitment from your HODs. They're willing to work with you. Are you all ready to work with us? Second, fundamentals. Please focus on your fundamentals. Again, start going through your first year, second year textbooks. Maybe we can also organize some quizzes for them so that they understand some of the important things, the fundamentals. Third important thing is communication. These three things, if you can do, 70% of your battle is already done. Other things anyway we are doing, whether Baha participation or, in fact, biomedical HOD committed yesterday that she is also going to start a competition. She got motivated seeing all the other departments. So biomedical also this year we're going to come out with some kind of a good national level competition where students not only from biomedical but from healthcare, from electronics and communication, electrical, mechanical also come to this campus and participate. That's the only way you can actually improve not only the image of the college but to promote a lot of pride in the department. So these are some of the things which we are planning to do. Internships, extremely important. Students, please take up an internship. We are here to help you. Because today companies are very smart. They want to first test you through an internship. And if you perform well, that will convert to an offer. And don't worry about your internship amount. Second thing I also want to tell you today, economy is in such a shape because today a lot of things are taking place in the world. What is happening? Geopolitical. Especially what is happening in the US. You must be aware what is happening in the US. What is happening to H-1B visas? What is happening to students, especially for the OPTs? They are very clear. Things are going to change there. In addition, the economy is in a mess because of the US-Ukraine war. Added to that, in our country, what is happening today, things like the new labor code is coming. I don't know, have you understood what the labor code is? In fact, last quarter, Infosys took a 5,000 crores hit, extra expenditure of 5,000 crores, HCL 4,500 crores because of the new labor code. What the new labor code says, all the IT companies also, you need to give gratuity to the employees. You need to also give them leave encashment. So, lot of benefits for the employees the government has now forced IT companies to give, which they were not giving earlier. So all that for the 3 months period, 5,000 crores, they took a hit. So now these people are being very cautious to recruit. In addition, what is happening, most of these IT companies are also doing subcontracting in the US. What is subcontracting? Let us say I'm a big IT company here, and I have a client who's in the healthcare or automotive industry in US. So I will have some work done in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai, but periodically I also send some of my employees there. Now thanks to the geopolitical issue, that is stopped. You probably are aware, $100,000 for H-1B and all that. But I've already taken the contract. I have to deliver. So I subcontract that to some company in the US. Now that company in the US is going to charge me much more than how much I'm paying my own employee. Again, that's another issue. Why I'm telling you all this, dear friends, is there are a lot of factors at work here which can affect us. So we should be aware of this so that we know how to prepare ourselves. Now, which are the industries which are doing relatively well here in worldwide? First is auto. Anything to do with automotive is still doing well, especially India is doing phenomenally well. I don't know if you're following this industry. Just yesterday, statistics came out how many Maruti cars were exported from India, how many Hyundai cars were exported from India. Now, India has not only become a big domestic consumption market, but it's become one of the largest exporter of vehicles. Two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers. That means India has now become a big base for all these auto companies. Chennai, for example, 10 years back, 15 years back, there used to be a Ford factory. In fact, they donated a Ford vehicle to us also. You will see that Ford EcoSport. Then they closed it. Again, they reopened it 2 months back to make engines. They don't make cars, but they make the engines for export from here to throughout the world. Auto is one industry which is booming. That's where opportunities are there. Healthcare. Anything to do with hospitals, medical devices, huge requirement. Third, semiconductor. Semiconductor packaging, semiconductor testing. I don't know if you have seen the statistics of how many Apple iPhones were made in the last 2 years in India. But that's only the beginning. Government is giving a lot of incentives for people to set up other electronic companies here. Anything to do with renewable energy. Some of the areas I can think of. Unlimited opportunities. So that way you people are much luckier. You are not going for a coding job there. You might have to write an algorithm or something in your job, but your fundamentals are what they're looking for. So if you can follow some of the things which I mentioned, each one of you sitting here can go out with at least 1 or 2 jobs. Because other colleges are not having this. In fact, I know colleges in Hyderabad which are ranked higher than us who have not given increments to their faculty for the last 2 years in the core branches. They have openly told the faculty no increments for you if you are civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics. Ishtam unte undandi, kastanga unte elpondi. Where is the motivation to work? Here in our college in BVRIT, you can ask your faculty. We have never differentiated between core and IT. We have never differentiated between the basic sciences and engineering. Because for an engineering college, all have to work together. Make use of this opportunity. A lot of companies, in fact, your vice chairman is putting a lot of efforts. Again, on 27th and 28th, both of us are going to Pune. We are visiting one university called Symbiosis, which has set up a lot of these mechanical labs just to understand what they're doing. Indore, we were there 10 days back. For us also, it's a learning exposure. If we don't do that and sit in Hyderabad, nothing is going to happen. So similarly, I think you should also start working, because it's for your benefit only. I think some of our students, Dr. Chinay, we are sending to Malaysia also. So we have tied up with that university. So a lot of these opportunities are going to come up, dear students. And my request to you is, consider what I said. It's very important. Our faculty will work with you. Now, just to motivate you, I want to share the example of one of your seniors. She is from chemical engineering. In fact, just last week she went back to US. I want to tell her life story to you because she graduated from BVRIT in 2021. That means exactly 4 years back. This girl? Yes or no? Okay. Now, if you see her, look at her experience. Where is she working now? So she's a 2017-21 student in chemical engineering here. Today she works in a company which makes this glass for Apple. It's called, in common language, it's called Gorilla Glass. But she works for this company called Corning Glass. And why I've posted this for you is two things. One, the way she's developed her career. Okay. Second is how we supported her. So 2020 was our founder chairman's centenary, Dr. V Raju centenary. And we wanted to give scholarships to good students. Personally, I wanted to do that. Now, coincidence, Anukondi. So Kirti, I didn't know who Kirti was. So she was very clear she wanted to go to the US for a PhD. And she got accepted in this Ivy League college called Columbia University. Now, her father is a very small employee in the telecom department. And she's got an elder sister who went to BITS. That means basically very good in academics. Both the sisters are very good. Now, Kirti could have got computer science in MSET counseling. She didn't take computer science. Because she was very clear, I wanted to do chemical engineering and I wanted to do a doctorate. But more importantly, you see her total, how she actually improved her resume while she was in second and third year. So, if you see her experiences here, in 2018, that means she was in the second year. She joined in 2017. 2018, she was a research associate. Can you see that? That company, first a company called Azista Industries. I never heard about that company, but apparently it's a very big company in Hyderabad which does contract manufacturing for people who are in the food industry. Suppose you want to market orange juice or you want to make something in fruits and sauces and ketchups and all that. They do third party. I didn't know that. So she was there for 3 months. Then she worked in ONGC in the Godavari Basin. Then she went to DRDO. Just see her. But this is the interesting thing. Nestle. Nestle chocolates untaru kada, Kit Kat and all that. Nestle Maggi noodles. All of you know Maggi noodles. That's a company which makes, that's the world's largest food company. Till I spoke to her, I didn't know that they give internships for students. So she found out, she got an internship. There's a big process. In fact, you can type an internship program. I think some of you can apply for that. and she got that internship, and then she did something in Haryana, and then finally she got selected in Colombia, and she didn't have the money. I told you, we wanted to give some scholarships, do something for our students. So fortunately, it was my grandfather's 100th centenary. I personally helped her to almost 30 lakhs to go there, because I was very clear I wanted one of our students to go to Colombia and do well. And she was very clear, I want to do a PhD. Not only that, we didn't leave her. Vice Chairman, myself, whenever we go to US, we meet her. She finished her master's. Now PhD has become a problem because of the current president's rules. All the big universities' funding has been cut, including Harvard, MIT and all that. But fortunately for Kirti, because of her internship, she was able to get a job in Corning. And dear friends, because this girl is so good, she got her H1B also cleared. Today H1B they are not clearing. She was here last month to get the stamping. Fortunately, she got her stamping also done. And I think her starting salary, if I'm not mistaken, today, can you? She is drawing something like $150,000 there. Classic example of a lower middle class family, 2 daughters, came through merit. She was very clear she wanted to do core engineering. And today what she does is she divides her time between the R&D center in New York and the factory. There are only 2 factories which make this glass. The third one is coming up in Chennai now. One is in Korea, one is in Kentucky in the US. So what Kirti does is in a month, 10 days she is in Kentucky in the factory, and about 2 to 3 weeks she is in the R&D center. So whatever they do, new formulations to make glass, the factory produces that glass. And very interesting, I meet her almost every year. So she was telling me already 2027 iPhone, R&D is going on what type of glass to make. So, ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నాను అంటే any one of us also can do it if you have that target. She didn't miss any summer, any winter. If you see that resume, she's totally filled it up. So obviously companies are interested to recruit her. The same thing applies in India also, because all these companies are setting up bases here. In fact, Vice Chairman and myself met her last month. We went for lunch. Now Corning is putting up a factory in Chennai. They also want mechanical engineers, they want electrical engineers, they want chemical engineers. And tomorrow they will even transfer you to Korea. Now I think she is being asked to go to Korea also. So friends, why I'm sharing all this information is your destiny, your life, your future is in your hands. Evado vastadu, evado chestadu ante those days are gone. There's a responsibility on you also. Take advantage of what we are telling you, because not too many colleges will even think on these lines. And you still have another 1 year before you can get a job. But that 1 year will just go like that. Plan your future, you decide what you want. We are here to help you. The entire team of faculty, principal, both of us also are here, because we know what the challenges are and we know you can do it. So this is basically what I wanted to communicate with you. Also the CRT programs, my request to all of you is please attend them. Don't bunk those classes, because some of you might think, okay, I know everything, why the hell should I waste my time? You might miss out a small trick or a small tip which probably your friend might have already learned, and tomorrow when companies come, that 1 mark might make a big difference. I don't know if you understood what your vice chairman said, because he didn't explain it to you in depth. The Baha teams, you all went for Baha, no? So what happens as part of Baha is after the competitions, companies who want to recruit students, they conduct a test called BAT, Baha Admission Test. And all our students also participated. I think about 40 of our students from our group qualified. And just yesterday we got news, your seniors, 2 of them, one from electrical engineering and one from mechanical engineering, were given an offer by a company called VARROC, V-A-R-R-C. I don't know if they're sitting here or your seniors, V-A-R-R-O-C. You can do a website check. They have factories all over India and they have factories in Europe and US also. వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే they make components for cars. Best part, they have taken one mechanical student and one electrical student. The final pay package they are saying will be closer to 8.5 to 9 lakhs, which is fantastic. Even Infosys is only giving 4.25 lakhs. So the core sector is again picking up. I also want to share some information about our sister college in Andhra Pradesh, V Vishnu Engineering College, and how they have gone to the next level. I'm not comparing with BVRAT. Even if you look at VNR Vignan Jyoti or CBIT, you don't see these results. I'll just share it with you. See, 2025, the highest package from BVRAT was, I think, 46 lakhs. Okay. BVRAT Narsapur, 46.3 or something was the highest. Ravi, am I right? How many students got this? 2 students got it. Now, let me share some information from Sri Vishnu Bhimvaram. Bhimvaram is a town smaller than Sangareddy. All students are from the rural area. They are girls. Share with you some very exciting information. Above 50 lakhs, 8 girls got. This year they touched 60 lakhs also. Google has given to 2 girls. But more importantly, mechanical 10 lakhs packages they got. Civil they got 9 lakh packages. EC they got 12 lakh packages. And out of the total placements, if you look at the median salary or the mean salary, because that is something which every college looks at. BVRAT to compare chese, they are 2 lakhs higher. We are at 4.7 lakhs, they are at 6.8 lakhs. And 8 students above 50 lakhs, 4 students between 40 and 50, 21 students between 30 and 40, 3 students between 20 and 30, and above 10 lakhs between 10 and 20, 57 students. So 10 lakhs and above, almost 18% of the students are above 10 lakhs package. With check chain, I don't think even CBIT and Vasavi or VNR are having this type of figures. So what we should analyze is how that an all-women's college located in a rural part of Andhra Pradesh, many of those girls have never even seen Hyderabad city. Telugu tapte valaki, they don't know any other language. How is it that they did this? That is something all of you to think about. When they can do it, you can do much better. It is that hunger. మీకైనా నాకైనా హంగర్ ఉంటే వీ కెన్ డూ థింగ్స్. ఆ హంగర్ లేకపోతే నథింగ్ విల్ హ్యాపన్. ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అలోన్ విల్ నాట్ హెల్ప్. I think this is what I wanted to communicate with all of you. Please don't miss out those CRT classes. Last year BVRAT did very well, but before that attendance was very low. Chala casual ga తీసుకునేవారు. Students used to bunk, they used to go to the dhaba here, go and see a movie here. It's your life. You have to understand it's your life. You are working for yourself. You are not working for me. Whatever hard work you're putting is for yourself, no? Am I right? If you get a job, am I going to benefit? You're going to benefit. So if that maturity comes, and if you are a self-learner, that will motivate us also to bring in more and more other programs also to you. I think this is basically what I wanted to communicate. Please attend all those programs, brush up on all those things I told you. We are all here to support you. All the very best for your upcoming placement season. I wish you all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Sir, for insights and the facts putting up before our students, and always as well as motivating them to prepare well and what are the necessary precautions that they have to take. So having said this, now this forum is open for the interaction, and you are open to ask freely any type of questions that you have.
Good morning, Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, and Principal Sir. My name is Saishri and I'm from third year EC, and I'm thankful to Placements Department. We are having such a wonderful CRT classes going on, and it's really helping us to brush up all the knowledge. I want to share briefly about my journey. I was selected for NXP Women in Tech Women in Technology Batch 3. It was from November 2025 to November 2024 to November 2025. The program includes all the modules like DLD, Verilog system, Verilog, and an overview of ASIC flow. I really thank Nandan sir, Divyavani ma'am, HOD sir, and Chari sir for guiding me throughout the process. And we have excellent tools in our labs, and we are grateful for that. So I'll be having an interview, I think at the end of this semester or beginning of the 4-1. Since the date is not confirmed, so I want to start my preparation and become so strong in my fundamentals and crack the interview. So can you give some insights like what skills and what requirements, and how can we as a BTech student get into companies that VLSI industry expects from us?
You did an internship with NXP Semiconductor, am I right?
Sir, it was a training course
Training
for
course.
1 year. Yeah, sir.
And what tools were they using? Is it Synopsys tools?
Sir, they just taught in a EDA playground website, but our college have all the tools like Synopsys.
Okay. So definitely, I think NXP last year, have they taken anyone from BVRT?
Yes.
Because V Vishnu, they have taken 2. And they have, last year they have taken 2. So I think basically, Saisri, I think your fundamentals are very, very important, as I mentioned. Practice on the Synopsys tools, okay? And we'll help you for that. And keep plan B also open, because we don't know. There is no guarantee till they give a job. So while preparing for NXP, there are other companies also like BitSilica. Then there are companies like AMD, companies like Altera. And we are talking to many of those companies in the same space like NXP, okay? NXP, if you get, nothing like it. It's a very good company, but keep plan B also. And one thing which I would suggest, because I'm not an expert in this field, but 6 months back I had gone to Malaysia, and I don't know whether you know Dr. Avinash. He is our adjunct faculty.
Yes, sir. Actually, we had some workshop with him.
Yeah, he will be the right person to guide you. In fact, what I would suggest is if you can do a small online meeting with him. He has personally mentored. I know he has mentored a couple of students from BVRT and Sri Vishnu. Mentored them to such an extent, both of them got selected in these companies, BitSilica and NXP. That's one suggestion I can give you. Do a one-to-one interaction with him, because he knows the intricacies of this industry. So if you can arrange that, there's I think a 2-hour gap between 2 or 3 hours between Malaysia and we'll do an online meeting with him. Just you check up with him what is happening. Ravi, you want to add anything to that?
So congratulations, Shaishri. But I would, in your place, in addition to what Chairman is suggesting, will talk to my alumni. Okay, because they are the biggest source of insights for you, especially as far as the company is concerned. If you're very serious about NXP, definitely they could give you insights on what areas you need to be trained, because companies keep changing their policies every year, what kind of skill sets they would like to hire. So they will be able to give you clear picture on what skills they are looking for. So you can directly train yourself on that.
Thank you, sir.
So I
Thank
think
you for the opportunity.
what Vice Chairman said is immediately we can connect you to the alumni. Are you in touch with any of the alumni who are working in NXP?
Like I have a senior, I just know a senior, sir. That's
But
it.
you're not in touch with them, no?
Like I have their number, sir. Like also LinkedIn profiles.
So what we can do is, I think even from Sri Vishnu and from BVIT Hyderabad also, if I'm not mistaken, there are some students who are working there. We can organize some kind of a small online meeting where you can directly ask them what exactly are they looking for. That will also help you tomorrow for the test. So alumni is one connection. Second is Dr. Avinash, we can connect you with him. Because I know personally he has mentored a couple of students to get into this industry. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Student. Like my father can afford my abroad expenses, but what my perspective is to like we can achieve things in India also. Like we can study and also do jobs in India also. Should I take the opportunity should I take the opportunity to study in abroad, or should I stay in India and achieve things? Like many of them have this dilemma, sir. So we need any clarity about it.
Yeah, see, basically, Shrishant, it boils down. I'll tell you my own personal experience. I went to a college called REC Trichy, now it is called NIT. So many students used to write GRE, TOEFL. So we also wrote. At the planning in Ledu, we also wrote. I also applied, got admission. But I was very clear, I wanted to study, work for a couple of years and come back. I was clear. I didn't want to settle down there. A lot of my friends also had dreams of coming back. But India in 1980s is totally different from the India we see today. No, hardly any opportunities. Today's scenario has changed. So if people ask me, and if you can afford it, any day an international exposure is worth it. Because the world is becoming global, okay? And going abroad doesn't mean only US. For us, it was only US those days. Today, the world has opened up. You can go not only towards Europe, North America, UK, today, this side, towards Pacific, whether it's Japan, whether it is Malaysia, whether it is Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, Australia, they also have picked up. So if you can afford it, definitely exposure is something, that experience is very valuable. And I'm a proof to that, because I worked, I studied there, I worked there, and now the world is becoming very global. So I would suggest, if you really can afford it, please plan to go abroad just for the exposure sake. Then you can take a call, depending on the situation there, whether you want to work there or come back. I was very clear I wanted to come back. So probably I was one of the few students in my batch who came back. All others said, I'm coming back next year, next year, next year. Now it's 40 years, no one came back. Because the situation was so good, they were so comfortable. But today, I see more opportunities in India than many countries abroad. India has totally changed today. And I think next 10 years, India is going to do very well. That's my personal opinion. But having said that, I think you should, if you can get a chance, always exposure is very good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I hope I didn't confuse you.
No, sir.
I'm Sanya Cheda from Mechanical, third year, sir. So, sir, I'm personally very much interested towards the aerospace industry. That excites me and I want to work there in future. So, sir, as a student, I see there are many different type of opportunities in front of me. There are government PSUs, there are private companies, and there have been many startups recently. So, sir, I feel that each of them require a different type of mindset and preparation. And I'm not sure if they do, but I want to know what is it that we should choose or what is it that we should go for at this stage right now.
One field which is booming today, even in India and Hyderabad specifically. So, are you aware how many aerospace related companies are there in Hyderabad?
No.
So, please do some research on that. We have an aerospace park now near Adipatla. Do you know where Adipatla is? Are you from Hyderabad or?
Nizamabad.
Nizamabad, okay. Same state kada. So Shamshabad Airport on the kada. So you cross Shamshabad Airport on the outer ring road, 2 exits after that. See, one is Sri Salem exit, don't take that. Next exit, there's an aerospace park. Lot of companies have come and already set up base there. There's a company called Sikorsky. They make helicopters. There is a company called Safran. It's a French company. In fact, the Prime Minister inaugurated that just 3 months back there. And defense related also, a lot of companies are there. So it's part of that hardware park. So Hyderabad has got that ecosystem. But if you really want to make a career in that field, I would definitely suggest for you to do a master's. Okay, and mechanical is very good as a base to do a master's in aerospace. And really, if you are interested to go abroad, in fact, coincidentally, just day before yesterday, one of my classmates, you can do a Google search on him. He's a very, very senior person in the university in Canada. And his area is aerospace. And Montreal province of Canada is where all the aeroplane companies have got a base there. The design is done there, the selection of materials is done there. Everyone, all your Boeing or Airbus, all these people have a facility there. So, in fact, if you're interested, I can talk to him if you want to go for a summer internship. Would you be interested? Would your parents send you there?
Yes, sir.
Because Muthu, in fact, I'll just share the university's name. Do you have a notebook? You can make a note of this. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Montclair University. It's in Montreal. Very nice place. Okay, right now it is minus 40 degrees there. But very safe place. While at English and French, they speak both languages. In Canada, there are certain provinces, they speak 2 languages. So my classmate, in fact, I'm meeting him next month in Trichy because we're having a reunion. And the day before yesterday, we had a 1.5 hours call with him. His name is Dr. Please make a note of that. Okay, you go into the website, specifically look at aerospace engineering. Okay, see his interest also, because he, in fact, very interestingly, he's such a fantastic researcher. He is doing 3D printing with ultrasound. He is using sound waves to do printing. Normally, you do printing with a polymer or something. He's actually filed some patents to do 3D printing using ultrasound waves. And his area is also aerospace. Just check up. If you're interested, I can talk to him. And yeah, I'm trying to bring him here on February 16th because he's coming to Trichy. So I'm requesting him. So if any of you are interested to get into a master's program, even I think Srisant also should talk to him if he's going abroad. Because it always helps to know people in the senior position at university. And right now, because of the policies in the US, a lot of Indian students are now shifting to Canada and other countries. But definitely, I think, have a look at that website. Do your homework by looking at the local ecosystem in Hyderabad. It's called the Aerospace Park. And this is Ravirala, Adibhatla area. You have a lot of these companies there. You should try for an internship there. In fact, I think if you can connect, please meet Vamsi after the meeting. He's got the connections with many of the industries. Aerospace, I think mostly it is Hyderabad or Bangalore. Am I right? These are the 2 places, HAL and all that. Airbus is in Ahmedabad. Okay. So HAL was the original Indian company, no? Hindustan Aeronautics. So they're headquartered in Bangalore. So Vamsi can connect you. I would suggest if you can do an internship quickly this summer, then your interest also will develop on that. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Amazon or Flipkart, Google. That is my goal, sir. For that, I resigned my job also. Recently, I'm doing job in Pune, Amdocs company. Amdocs.
Okay.
But not IT. I completed my BTech in same BVRIT in Electronics and Communication Engineering. After that, I got a job in Pune, Amdocs. But I'm interested that product-based companies. So again, I started MTech here, BVRIT only. But I'm interested that package, sir, that type of product-based companies. For that, I should prepare, what type of skills I should prepare, and what projects I should do. Give some suggestions about that.
You are doing an MTech in which area?
In embedded, sir.
Embedded.
Yes.
So the objective is to get a very high package, am I right? Or is it you're looking at only Amazon?
Amazon and Google also, Flipkart.
So any company?
Any company, yeah. Okay.
But the package, if it's a good package, you'll be interested, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so for embedded systems, it's more of a hardware related thing, no?
Yeah, firmware. So robotics will be really good. And there are companies in Delhi, Noida, where Amazon itself they will take.
Okay.
If he's good in that.
Right, you can talk.
So Rohit, no?
Yes, sir.
Rohit, since you have done your undergrad already and then now you're doing your masters, and since you have this 1 year later where you can do an internship, am I right? To
Yes.
join companies. Because you're an MTech specialization, you're in embedded. So most of your project should be in firmware. And robotic related area, automation. Okay, so you need to have some software skills also in this 1 year. And what we will do is we'll get you an internship in a logistics company in Amazon or in this thing where they will be using a lot of warehousing. No, they'll have huge warehousing. Am I right?
Yes.
They'll be doing autonomous vehicles and as well as robots. So there are companies, in fact, Dr. Vamshi is aware also in NCR region, Delhi also we have, which are heavily invested in this. So if you are very good in terms of doing this, an internship in those companies will lead you to a job there.
Okay, sir.
So your skills should be towards, understanding the domain, which is, logistics and operations research. That is one area. That's why I said, no, you need to have a broad fundamental. Then your hardware knowledge, exactly the firmware and hardware, how to use and how to, build the interface to the software. So if something like that combination you have, you will get definitely internships. But you need to be interested in that. So I don't know which part of Amazon or which part of Google you're interested.
So Rohit, how it works for all these students, no? Our BVRT student who got 46, or I showed you that statistics of Bhimvaram, 8 students got above 50 lakhs, and then many got above 30 lakhs. So companies are like Adobe, companies like Flipkart, companies like PayPal, Google gave the highest package of 60 lakhs this year. What they have done, all these companies, as I mentioned, they started looking at these students right from the second year. So they have their own programs. Like Google has got Women in Engineering, WE. Flipkart has got something else. That means, and they pay you for that. So they are looking at you from the second, third year, and by the time you come into the third year, second semester, they make their offer. So it's a process. So what I think Vice Chairman wants to tell you, look at the process for these companies, how exactly these guys are recruiting. And I think you just joined MTech, am I right?
Yes, sir.
You are just joined this year.
Yes.
So you still have time. So let's see how you can actually get into one of those programs which are connected to those companies. Now, another area you can look at is, since you mentioned Amazon, have you heard about this particular thing in Amazon?
No, sir.
Anyone in this room has heard about it? So you should be aware of that. So can anyone explain, someone raised the hand, what exactly is that? Rufus, can you explain? Akade, yeah, give the mic there.
Recommendation.
Fantastic. What's your name?
Sri Harsha, sir.
Sri Harsha.
Yes, sir.
Round of applause for him. See, have you used this agent, this Rufus agent?
Yes, sir. We actually built that in an hackathon and we'll lost it.
Fantastic. See, that's what is required. If you can do something like that, because of course I don't have the Amazon app, but apparently now if you want to make a choice how to buy, and even within Amazon also, as Vice Chairman said, they have these big centers of distribution. I think the biggest one is near Shamshabad Airport. So suppose you place an order, how do they take that product and deliver? What are those areas connected to your field? Or do you want to get into the AI side of it? So first get into those details, understand what is happening. And Rufus is basically an agent, I think. It's an AI agent, which I think Flipkart also has got something, I was told. Walmart has got. Of course, Walmart in India we don't have, but in the US they have. So there's a lot of these things now getting interconnected. AI, robotics, machine learning. Select 5-6 companies where you think these high packages are coming. If you want, we can talk to the Bhimvaram campus because they have already gone through that process. Compared to Narsapur, they have gone to the next level. For example, Adobe might be one option. Flipkart might be one option. Amazon may be one option. PayPal is another company. Which are the other companies which are given those about 30 lakhs? I can get you the list of those companies. I think you can sit with Dr. Bangaraju and then we can work
Okay,
it out. Okay. And one more thing, Rohit, companies are asking for MTechs now. Today, the depth of knowledge is what companies are looking at. And embedded is a very hot field now. Okay. And if you're willing to go to Delhi, I think we should be able to help. There's no issue for you to go to Delhi for training, no?
Okay.
Because a lot of companies in the NCR region have those type of companies which might fit into your requirement. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
opportunity to visit VLSD conference, sir. So there I have connected with many people, industry people, and got to know their latest technologies and regarding the quantum research or else any university programs from companies such as ARM or Qualcomm. So regarding that, how can the college help us to rather join those courses or do research in more quantum related field or anything related to that?
You want to answer that?
So you should be good in front end. So before going to quantum, okay. So once front end, and also you'll be learning the back end as in the college, whatever the marks, D marks required. And actually, when we go to quantum, before quantum, you should be just go through physics part, okay, whatever you have studied, and there is a bit above device physics is there, okay. After that, where you can use Visual Studio and all, and also quantum you can do the qubits, small creation, the IBM QSquid is there, and one more tool is there which are very much open, okay. Then in the quantum itself, you can draw the circuits. Like if you take logic gates and all, digital circuits and all, like NAND gate, NOR gate, like that quantum has its own gate syntax technology. Like that, you can start looking the circuits design and everything is open and videos are available with respect to. You should be normal good in VLSI, a bit device physics and do some problems. Okay, you can contact me. There are a lot of material is available even with me, and I can give the guidelines which tool you have to install in your laptop. If you do that one, and normally when you are learning in VLSI, you will be doing marks, DMarks, ALU, decoder, encoder in your classroom experiments and all. Okay, but here you need to go little ahead, like bus architectures, PCI, okay, MCA. So such a kind of bus architecture, one architecture you take and do in quantum circuit, or which is comfortable little at higher level where I can update to you, and that's enough as a BTech student to show, and then we can project your profile to for internships in this area. Okay.
Sir, with that, sir, I have actually done a workforce development course in Samsung and Synopsys.
Yeah.
It is related to TCAD and the semiconductor physics, as you were telling. So, first, if I want to first go in front end or back end, how should we apply for internships? Like regarding my profile.
Okay. See, whatever that is IASA, Bangalore, Samsung and Synopsys. So you completed all the levels, or you are at first, second level, or first level?
First level, sir.
First level. So first level, they explain this PN junction,
yes, sir,
and device physics and all. Okay. So TCAD is different, where device modeling, like first you take MOSFET, IGBT. Okay, so you do the device modeling. We did one workshop also in VIT Bhimavaram. Okay, 5-day workshop. So in that lines, if you want, then I think we are having a software also in Narsapur. Okay, where we'll guide you. Already we had all the assignments also, and all modules which we are having. We can guide you where you can build the knowledge in that also. Okay, where after building that, then even these devices also we can do in quantum tool. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. I am Rukmangda from EC department. So my question is not about placements. I wanted to ask you that students here have a very keen interest even on GATE exam. So we know that Dasrath Ramaya sir in general handles the GATE forum. In our department it is taken care by Hussain sir and Bharat sir. But yet I wanted to ask, like, is there any possibility of having any external sessions or any crash courses? If possible, any focused academic sessions even on GATE, sir.
How many of you would like to get it done in the campus or in the city?
In the campus will be more
because
feasible.
some of you are staying in how many are in the hostel here? Okay. So we'll try to organize it in the campus itself. Huh?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, and Principal Sir. I am Namrata from EC Department, from CVD Special Lab. I just wanted to ask, how can student prepare for high-end companies in VLSI domain? I am from CVD Lab since I am asking for VLSI domain.
Very clear you want to be in the VLSI design, no?
Yes, sir.
So do you have a database or do you have a list of all the companies in that area?
Yes, sir. Some companies I have no, sir. In the our college also, some companies like MOS Chip, Sagar Semiconductors, and Qubit, HCL Tech, NVIDIA, and NXP Semiconductors, Synopsys, Intel, and yes.
So here, one is companies like Synopsys, they make the tools, but they also recruit the students. Then you have another set of companies which use those tools. So those tools can be either Cadence or it can be Synopsys, or maybe there's a third one. Menta Graphics is there, no? Menta Graphics is there or it's gone now? No, it's there. But most popular now is Synopsys. And then maybe second is Cadence. So I would suggest that look at all those, just like someone else asked about NXP, no? Have a list of all those companies. Make your fundamentals very strong. And are you doing an internship in any of these companies?
No, sir. I have registered for Indian Semiconductor Workforce Development Program.
Okay.
Right now, cohort 7, I am participating in.
Okay. So she'll get an internship there. Okay. Okay. And anything else? Huh? We are sending some students to Malaysia, no? How many? Anyone in this room? Final years. Okay. See, maybe we can even send 1 or 2 students from this third year itself, because see, recently, Namrata, we signed an MOU with a university called University of Malaysia at Perlis. You can make a note of that. Just make a note. It's called UniMap. I'll write it down for you. That is University of Malaysia at Perlis. They have a lot of campuses, but this is the campus where they are specializing in semiconductor. So they have their own clean room. They actually do the packaging of semiconductor chips, all that they have. It's a very high-end facility. And they work very closely with the industry. So 6 months back, we signed an MOU with them, and they said if you want, students can come here and work. And Malaysia today, to go to, the nearest airport is Penang Airport. Okay, so if you're interested, we can send you there also just to get exposure. It is just like India.
Yes, sir. I'm interested.
So I think they probably we are sending some final year students, but if any third year students are there, 1 or 2 students we can send there. And I think our Chari is now doing postdoc there, no?
Yes, Chari.
Ganeshwar Chari and yeah. In fact, 2 of our faculty are doing postdoc in that university. And we know the head of the department, Dr. Asral. Asral, no? He's the very nice person. So it will be very helpful if you can go there. And then Dr. Avinash also is there. I mentioned about Avinash, no?
Yes, sir. We had a workshop as
and Avinash has got lot of links in the industry in Penang. So even if you go there for about a 2-week program or 3 weeks, it will really open up your mind. So please meet the principal or your HOD. We'll definitely help you there.
Okay, sir. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Nehal. I'm from EC department, third year. As a part of a special lab training, we got introduced to LabVIEW, and I also got certified in the CLAD exam. I also prepared to write CLD exam. My question is that what companies that are coming to our campus mostly prefer CLD certified students or CLAD certified students?
Okay, National Instruments. Okay, and SLN Technologies, and many of the aerospace embedded VLSI companies are using the LabVIEW. Okay, so before going to LabVIEW, the tool usage is one part, and apart from that, you should have a strong knowledge on the hardware boards and communication protocols, and how the networking is happening, that is TCP/IP stack is working. See, tool operation is different. Basically, the company expects how strong you are in ECE protocols like UART, I2C, SPI, and bus architectures, PCI, MCA, ISA. So this kind of things. And apart from that, so they will ask the comparison of, because TI is also having equivalent tools, and NI is also having LabVIEW tool. Okay, there are many defense companies are using LabVIEW. If you are please kindly contact me. I'll direct you to, these are all the list of companies looking for, and we'll have some mock session, technical mock session, and we'll project that to the companies. But most of them in Bangalore, most those companies.
In the third year, I would suggest for the internships, and please be very flexible in going outside Hyderabad. See, Bangalore, you can stay in our own campus. Pune also, we have an office. Atul is there to help you. So don't lose those opportunities wherever Vamsi goes. Because here what we are seeing is, again, I'm not trying to compare you. Many times, especially in Pune, Chennai, Gujarat, a lot of good companies are there. BVRT students don't want to go there. Whereas the Bhimavaram students are ready to go and work there to do the internship. Because ultimately, someone is giving you training, you should take it. At this age, I think you should not be very particular about the location. Am I right? Sometimes Coimbatore, you might get a good opportunity. In fact, one of the things I didn't mention is the future hiring trends. If you see the reports, right now it is Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune. These are the big cities. But now these companies are getting into tier 2 cities like Coimbatore, Cochin, Bhubaneswar, Nagpur, Baroda, Jaipur. So we should have that flexible mindset. If you can do that, we'll definitely help you. The other question I wanted to ask you, how many of you are learning any foreign language here? Anyone learning Japanese here? Anyone learning Japanese here? Yeah. No, that will be an added advantage. Vamsi, we should do that. Suppose in Sri City or Bangalore or Hyderabad, any Japanese companies are there, or Pune. We should connect them to those companies. Anyone learning French or German here? Is it German? So German means Pune, we should be able to connect. No, that will open a lot of doors. See, ultimately it's a competitive world out there. So how do we actually present a student there? If we say a student is good in embedded, that student also has got the first level of German, we can probably get some doors opened there. I think that also is something we need to connect.
From EC department, and now I want to talk about the mindset actually. So we student basically learn many things, and we also get trained in many tools. That's a one part of recruitment. But I want to ask about other parts, as every year new technologies are emerging, new skills have to be learned. I'm a person who is very curious, who jumps from one skill to another skill without learning it deeply. So that is a drawback of me, which I have to get over it. But my question is, what about people? What about the resumes? How can we reflect that we are adaptable and our learning curve is very high, so that we can consciously tell the recruiter that we are able to learn anything, and we are able to, if given training also, we can also easily learn it and get a job there, so that we can be forever in that company or constantly grow in that company. Thank you, sir.
First, the attitude of the student and the aptitude. That means, are you willing to learn? Today, if you look at any of these big companies, there are people with my age also working there. My age guys don't know anything about the new technologies. So companies are retraining them. Now, those guys who can actually get retrained will do well. But some of them who can't get trained, they'll be sent out. So that is not an important thing. They don't expect you to understand everything and dive deep into it. But having said that, the fundamentals are very important, as what Vamsi was mentioning there. It's not whether all the LabVIEW tools are known to the student. It's also the protocols, the other things which are the fundamentals. That is what they're looking for. So please don't worry about it. It's like, let us say I want to drive a car. No, when I was growing up, there was no automatic cars. We had to use gears. Today, your generation, many of you don't know how to use a geared car. Am I right?
Yes.
You agree with me or not?
Yes.
What is important? Can you drive the car properly? Your judgment is right or not? Now, learning a gear, in 1 month you can learn that, how to press the clutch and all that. The fundamental is more important is what I think. So don't worry about jumping from one skill to other skill, because that's how the world is. Today the skills are changing. It's the fundamentals which are more important. And more so since we are all from the core sector. The core, again, if you look at it, is maths and physics. That is where the whole core is. Whatever branch of engineering we are all talking about, it's all physics and math only. That should be very strong for us. So please don't worry about it.
And so, how can we consciously reflect that we are very adaptable and have a high learning curve in our resume?
In the resume, probably your projects will talk about it, your internships will talk about it. And if you can do some nice projects and put it there, obviously what the guy who is going to interview will ask, he'll look at your resume or your biodata. They will ask you only from that. Yes. And that's when your thought process can be explained. Yes. So try to do few projects actually. Okay. Now when we were students, we had a major project and a mini project. I'm talking about 40 years back. You can do many more and then put it onto your LinkedIn profile or GitHub or whatever it is. So that's how recruiters are looking at you. And if possible, interdisciplinary.
So we would like to have a competition, especially for interdisciplinary interactions.
Sure. Yes. In fact, I think that's what your biomedical HOD, Dr. Sujana, is also planning for biomedical. Probably tomorrow, she might get some doctors here. She might get some mechanical engineers here. And also, if you look at Baha competition, recently, did anyone participate in the A Baha from here? Autonomous Baha? So I'm sure that was interdisciplinary, am I right? Maybe you can explain to her what type of branches people took part there. Explain to her what their roles were.
So in Baha, Autonomous Baha competition, there is a totally interdisciplinary, sir.
Closer to your mouth, yeah.
This is Pranavi from AAA department, and I'm a member of a Baha team member. In our team, there is like a mechanical group of people, and ECE also they are participated. AIDS, electrical and IT sector people also there. So different group of people had work on their own in their own domain, and also the people who are interested other than their own domain also got to know how other things are working in Autonomous Baha. So it is like a quite good opportunity for every student to know more and get involved in interdisciplinary activities.
Sure. So many such things will come. In fact, for the concrete cano, one of the students from and the boundaries are going between branches. It's going now. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, sir. I want to ask you a question, like something like that. I'm more curious and interested in autonomous vehicles, sir. I'm more keen about to know more about autonomous, how they are working, autonomous cars and renewable energy, how they are going to use the renewable energy to make electrical vehicles work more effectively and efficiently. So I want to know whether by doing it masters or getting any internship to know more about that electrical vehicles and how they are working autonomously. So I want to get an interact session with like any company which can tell us students who are interested in autonomous things and renewable energy.
Oh, definitely. You participated in the Chennai Autonomous Baha, no?
Yes,
and recently, both of us came that day there.
Yes,
we
sir.
also went to the Natrax in Indore for the E-Baha and the H-Baha. And next month, we are hosting the M-Baha here.
Yes.
So the key people, if you look at Mr. Balraj or Dr. K.C. Vora, they are the people who organize it. And we are very closely associated with them because they openly said, your society is one of the few societies who is actively involved. So through them, we can get internships. In fact, your vice chairman is actually helping one of my nephews who's studying in Coimbatore in PhD. to get an internship in one of these companies. So getting an internship, we can easily help you for that.
Yes.
They are also willing to come and talk to all of you on these technologies. They are really helpful. They're said if your students want any help, we'll help them. So, yeah. IIT Hyderabad has got an autonomous vehicle department. We can organize that for you. So, Tihan, yeah. So that we can organize. We have very good association with IIT. But I think Dr. Raidu, if you can actually, now you know Dr. Nibande. Okay. So that is for IIT, but we have professors of practice, 2-3 people who are coming. I think they should interact with students who are interested in... like Sanjay Nibande will be a nice person to talk to her. And that opportunity students won't get because now he's a professor of practice. So what I would request you, your name is Pranavi, no?
Yes, sir.
Any other students are also interested, even if it's 4 or 5 students. As a group, if you can have a meeting with them, it will be very useful actually.
Okay, sir.
We'll organize that for you.
Thank you, sir.
Most of our syllabus is about instrumentation and about knowing about the monitoring systems. So do we have any instrumentation designing programs, designing equipment programs? Sir?
Have any programs to design equipment, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It comes under engineering design, no? Is it part of the curriculum, madam, in your biomedical?
The equipment design, that's
No,
what
but
you are planning.
I think he's asking how to design an equipment is what is. Do we have that in the curriculum?
Morning, respected Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir and Principal Sir and everyone. I am Farman from EEE Department. Sir, I wanted to ask that many of our students are very passionate about their core side, rather than software. And our college is also providing various kinds of labs, special labs and good infrastructure, which is lacking, which is a very futuristic one. I wanted to know that our students are learning new things and skills every day by day. But in spite of having all this, the job offers we are getting are nearly 3 to 4 LPA. How where we are lacking behind and how we can get a good core job.
Very good question you asked. You're right. In fact, if you look at we are looking at those exceptional figures of 50 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs. But if you look at Infosys, TCS, Accenture, they are only starting with about 4.5 lakhs, so bulk of the students. Out of every 100 students, some 5 to 6 students, they will give that 7 lakhs package. So in a way, IT salaries are stagnating at that figure. Why are they stagnating? Because the supply is more. Now, you look at core sector, let's say mechanical or civil. 5 years back, even getting a 2 lakhs package was a problem. Today, there are cases I can share with you where 10 lakhs also they're getting. Automotive, they're starting off with 6, 7, 8 lakhs. So if you look at an entry level mechanical, electrical, today, in certain cases, they have crossed computer science. So we are seeing the transition taking place. Okay? Having said that, my prediction is, see for example, civil, normally salaries are very low. But last year we had in Bemburam one girl getting a 10 lakhs package. L&T has taken her for 10 lakhs. Now she is in a very senior position. Now we want to bring such companies to Narsapur also. Okay? The other thing, what I wanted to look at, if you look at the career path, see, let us say you start off at 3.5 and someone at IT starts off at 7. Let us assume that. After 5 years, what we have seen is the core sector probably is crossing the IT. The initial salary might be low, but it is crossing. I think that is something which you need to study. Not only the starting, but what happens after 3-4 years.
Yes, sir.
And then there's something called a job satisfaction. See, you need to be interested in that job. Now, if I was given 25 lakhs to go and do coding, I will not take it.
Yes,
If I get even 7-8 lakhs, I'll go and work in a core sector. That's my way of looking at it. And I'll work hard to get a better package. But things are changing. But what you said is right till recently. And I have all the data to show how many companies are coming with what type of packages. So we have to know skill. All this discussion taken place today is only for that, how to get better packages. Okay? Yeah.
To many competitions and did many projects. So the thing is, how do I properly channelize them into a placement or an internship? Can college help support in that matter?
Very good question, Ravi. You want to answer that? He's taken part in a lot of competitions. How does he put the whole thing?
Ashish, no?
Yes, sir.
So you have, how many what kind of competitions you have gone
So
to?
basically, I'm inclined into the electronics part since I'm from the EEE department. I did normal, excluding the minor and mini project. I did. Me and my friends did several other projects, and right now we have a team which is going to Chennai for SAE Autonomous Drone Development Challenge also. So, and last year in the January month, we went to Bits Pilani, Goa for another drone competition. It's a second matter that we didn't win the first prize or we didn't get anything.
So
But
basically, is it on design or is it on
the competitions part is entirely interdisciplinary.
Okay.
But our thing is majorly inclined towards the electronics and the power supply part.
Power supply.
Yeah.
So why have you put it down in your LinkedIn profile, like how chairman showed Kirti's profile?
Sir, I have put it down in my resume, sir.
Okay. So you put it on your resume. So now the next step is internship.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So you're looking for an internship in a drone company or in a company which is in that area where you have projected your projects.
Yes, sir, exactly.
So that is where then we'll have to give you internships, get you internships in those type of drone companies.
Yes, sir.
So jobs will come only after that.
Yeah.
The internship is important because you're completing 3-2.
Yes, sir.
So now let us focus on that. So you give your requirement to Dr. Raju.
Sure, sir.
Then we will go to identifying those companies because there are a lot of opportunities now because drone companies are in the defense sector now. So there are a lot of companies in Hyderabad and in different regions. So we can definitely do that.
I think another thing which you wanted is someone to help you to prepare all this to put it in a proper format. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So do we have someone here to help our students for resume writing?
One session.
Okay. Do we need any external support? Because many times what students have done, they may not be able to communicate it properly. So I think, Prashant, if that is something which is also very important. Because many times what happens is what we have done, we don't know how to communicate that. And what are the various mediums on which you need to put it? One session, I think better to do that. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
How can we get internships in present generation and what is our future scope, sir?
Which branch are you from?
Civil department, sir.
Civil department. And your name is Vishnu Priya, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So civil, plenty of internship opportunities. Are there any specific area you're looking at? Is it structural engineering or is it transportation engineering, geotechnical? Any specific area you're looking at?
Actually, I want to go through GIS, quantum GIS, sir.
GIS.
Yes.
I'll ask Vamsi too because he's the one with the industry connection. He'll talk to you.
GIS means this remote sensing, ocean engineering and all companies will be there. Okay. There are like highway engineering is there. Okay. And soil, irrigation, construction and design. Okay.
My name is Kishore, third year from civil engineering. What common mistakes should young engineering avoid?
Today, economy in India is not worldwide. In fact, India is slightly better, but worldwide situation is not so great. And I hope you are following what is happening in the world. You know what is happening in the US, no? With the new president going on there, with the tariffs and all that. Russia and Ukraine problem going on. Iran, some problem has started. A lot of our students are not able to go to the US anymore. Situation is not very great, so the impact is on a lot of industries because exports also have come down. In such an economy, getting a job is very important. The first mistake is take the first job you get. Because a lot of students, what they say, I will not go if the pay package is less than 4 lakhs. I will not go outside Hyderabad. Today we cannot be choosers. Situation is like that. Suppose you get a job in Gujarat or you get a job in Chennai. That first job is very important. That's where a lot of students make mistakes. Because your biodata, like if you look at Kirti's biodata, there is no gap there. 2021, she graduated from BVRIT. She's gone there, finished masters. She got her H1B cleared. She's already working in that company. Nowhere there is a gap. But many students I've seen make a missake saying, Nenu Ellen Akkadiki, గుజరాత్ ఎవడు వెళ్తాడు, చెన్నై ఎవడు వెళ్తాడు, నేను హైదరాబాద్లోనే ఉంటాను. వన్స్ యూ లీవ్ ద క్యాంపస్, that's when the problem starts. My suggestion to all of you here, and that's what even articles are saying, because if you look at January 2026, I'll just share that information and you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you. Just take this out. This is not my information, but this is where yesterday's publication. I have got data about new job creation for freshers, technical, non-technical. When they say tech, it means IT. Non means it means core engineering. 2021 January up to 2026 January. Almost 6 years data is there. Now, the best year was 2022 January. Do you know why it was very good in 2022? What happened in 2022? Post-pandemic. So pandemic time, people went on hiring, especially on the digital side. They went overboard. So next year again it came down. Now if you look at January 26 this year, they have compiled information from all the companies. This is the lowest so far in the last 6 years. So in such a scenario, if we don't take up a job, citing reasons like location, citing reasons like pay, that is the first mistake I think any engineer will do. Because you should think on another way of looking at it is, see, we don't have any exposure, we are still new. Think of that as a training. So that while you are working there, you can look for one more job, then you become a lateral entry employee in another company. That's the first mistake I find engineers do. Second, keep upgrading your skills. You can never say I am done. You have to update your skills. These are the two things I think we should look at. ఇంకా మిస్టేక్స్ చెప్పుకుంటా పోతే చాలా చెప్పొచ్చు, కానీ టైం లేదు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాలంటే. ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Civil Engineering Department, 3rd year. I have a question that how should a civil engineer plan their career after graduation?
See, Bhavani, that depends on what your interests are. See, I know successful civil engineers in the field of civil engineering and in other than civil engineering also. Ante, as engineers, I will tell you 2 examples so that you understand, okay? Just 1 minute, just 5 minutes, kindly. Outer ring road on the kada, Hyderabad ke?
Yes, sir.
That 160 kilometers or 168 kilometers. The consultant company is called RV Consultants. Now, RV Consultants MD is a good friend of mine. He is IIT Madras civil engineer. His name is Chakrapani. His office is in Hyderabad's Srinagar colony. Fantastic engineer, core engineering. His fundamentals are very strong. BTech IIT Madras, is my age only. Very successfully, he does lot of design projects for mostly for highways, railways throughout India. He is one of the largest in the country. So he was very clear. He wanted to be a technically competent person in his field. One success story. Second success story is again one of my seniors who was his classmate. His name is Ravi Reddy. Now, have you heard about a mega industrial complex called Sri City? Anyone in this room heard about Sri City in Andhra Pradesh? Yes. It is the largest private industrial city in India. It is Andhra Tamil Nadu border, 11,000 acres, beautifully done. And all the companies located there are blue chip companies. There are about 200 companies operating out of that. Cadbury factory is there, Alstom factory is there, Kellogg's factory is there, Isuzu motor factory is there. Some 25-30 Japanese companies are there. That is a hardcore civil engineering project where entire planning was done. Okay, and something which government should do, he did. Ravi Reddy has done. So these are 2 civil engineers whom I know very well, who have done very well in the industry side. But one choosing a design career, one choosing a infrastructure career. The third friend again is a person related to me. He's the civil engineer who's now the director of IIT Tirupati. So he did his BTech in IIT Madras, MTech, he went to US, did a PhD, and his interest was academics. He's also a consultant for a lot of civil engineering projects. His name is Satyanarayana, K.N. Satyanarayana. So 3 people I'm telling you, all 3 civil engineers, almost my age. One went into academics, come to the top. IIT means it's a top. He's a founding director. In fact, the entire IIT Tirupati campus has been designed by him. I don't know how many of you have gone to Tirumala or Tirupati off late. Next time you go to Tirupati, when you go to Kalahasti, exactly in between you will find a hill. On the hill you find IIT Tirupati. It is much more scenic than IIT Hyderabad. IIT Hyderabad is all 18 stories, 20 stories buildings. That is one of the most prettiest campuses I've seen as far as an IIT is concerned. And the rainwater harvesting, because you are a civil engineer, I want to tell you as part of environmental engineering.
Yes.
Tirupati is a very dry area. And his land is along the hill. And you can see YouTube videos, or you can type IIT Hyderabad, IIT Tirupati and look at videos. He has created such beautiful, environmentally friendly water harvesting systems. A lot of people are going and seeing those systems now. So these 3 examples I can give you. All 3 have taken different paths. One has chosen academics and research, one has chosen infrastructure in a big way, and the other one wants to be a designer. There are enough examples, but I thought I'll share these 3 examples, and if you want to meet any of these 3 people, we'll be very happy to make you visit one of these people to talk, because the journey is very important as a civil engineer.
Yes.
So it all depends on what your interest is.
Okay.
See, Kirti's interest is she wants to do research, but because of the American policy, she had to get into a job. So she's talking to Corning whether they can sponsor her for a PhD, because what she's doing also is research on the new glasses, compositions, and all that. So it all depends on what your interest is.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dear. So I'm little bit confused about to pursue my higher education or to take up a job. So as a chemical engineer, what is your suggestion about this?
So any specific area of chemical engineering you're interested in?
Sir, I am interested in simulations and control systems also.
Control systems. So if your interest is for a master's, and see for us, in fact I went for a master's, but those days our choices were limited. Everyone had to go to US. Today the entire world is open for you. So start researching institutions which can offer good programs in control engineering or simulation. I would suggest go for a master's immediately, not even go for a job. Then that continuity won't be lost. That is my suggestion.
Thank you, sir.
Viper. I'm currently doing M.Pharm in Regulatory Affairs. I want to stay in the core and go to the business, search for the jobs in business analyst roles. I'm very much interested in doing business analysis roles, but I don't have a roadmap or what kind of course should I do to get into that. Can you please provide us some programs or CRTs so that we can create our own roadmap and build some skills like CMC, regulatory affairs, expertise, and so on?
Definitely we can help you. So basically, I think if I understood right, you're doing M.Pharma in regulatory affairs.
Yes, sir.
No, we'll definitely help you. Any more students would be interested to take up this type of a CRT? No, across all departments, we can actually assemble some people. Was anything to do with...
Actually...
No. She is asking for business analytics. She's doing regulatory affairs, but she also is interested in, that means I'm assuming things like R programming, Tableau. That means data visualization, how to analyze data.
Actually, I spoke to some alumni and my brothers who are currently in the corporate industries, and they have suggested me that business analytics role is giving job opportunities starting from 5 to 7 LPA for the freshers. So I thought it to get a good, highly paying jobs, and I'm also interested in developing my skills rather than business analytics. I'm also interested in developing my skills in CMC, regulatory affairs expertise, so that I can try to get a job in top regulatory affairs companies like Abbott Laboratories, AstraZeneca, etc.
Okay. So you're interested in both regulatory affairs as well as business?
Yeah, I have kept that as plan A and plan B.
Sure.
I want to work on both.
Sure. You want to answer that?
That's right.
Our batchmate on this.
Your batchmate. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Bharat.
So your classmate, right?
Yes.
So I think this is how there is a lot of scope there, because he got an initial package of 7.
Yes,
and now within just 6 months, sir, he got his package shooted up to 11 lakhs. So that's one of the highest packages in our sector, but that is related to the edutech, right? But so similarly, we have also a requirement from Dr. Reddy's, sir. They also are looking for business analysts, right? And yeah, okay.
So I think what your principal is saying, that even companies like Dr. Reddy's are asking for business analysts.
Yes, sir.
So we'll definitely train you on that.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
sure that what I off the head I can remember, our programming is what many of our seniors also told us. See, something to analyze the data which comes so that a decision can be done. And nowadays you have Tableau, Canva also is there, no? Canva. So we can organize those training programs for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Power BI.
Pharmaceutical engineering third year. So, sir, first of all, we are very grateful for the MATLAB labs which have conducted for our seniors, and also which have helped us build a strong foundation. So we wanted to kindly ask if there is a possibility to introduce more advanced and application-oriented modules in MATLAB, that too in a flexible curriculum hours, so that apart from academics, we want to learn more regarding these tools related.
Definitely we can do that.
Yeah. Not only regarding the MATLAB and also the CFD, the ANSYS tools. We want to learn more regarding these software tools, like in the application mode.
So you're in pharmaceutical engineering, no?
Yes, sir.
What are the common tools between pharmaceutical and chemical? Do they have any finite element method? Those
Yes,
are all
sir.
tools which are required now in the industry. What I would suggest is, see, now they're giving a lot of, inputs to us. I think we need to maybe get in some more tools, like some more softwares. So we'll support you if any software is required. See, as a chemical engineer, those days for us, finite element method was something which was very hot. For mechanical engineers and civil engineers, as well as chemical, CFD is important, computational fluid dynamics. So if it really helps our students, we'll take those tools. We'll definitely do that.
Pharmaceutical engineering. So at present, we are having good placements and good opportunities at of our internships, sir. And also, we would like to ask more internship programs on healthcare, followed by jobs.
Healthcare.
Healthcare sector, sir.
You want more internship opportunities in the healthcare sector?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Academy, it's basically a big hospital in Bangalore. They have the largest simulation lab in Southeast Asia, it seems. So I was just talking to Vice Chairman whether students who are interested, because I'm sure some of you are BPC students, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you might want to make a career in healthcare.
Yes, sir.
And, so some programs we would like to tie up with them where we can send you to Bangalore and you get you trained, because they have specialities like cardiology, what other things, neurology, nephrology, things like that. I thought it made a lot of sense if you can get some simulation done there. There's a very good academy, it's called, I think, Vaidevi Academy of Simulation or something like that. So if people are interested, we can tie up with them and we can make sure that you get some. They also give internships also there. So we'll work with you on that, healthcare side.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Virat Chari from Civil Department, third year student. Actually, I am interested in business. So the business I have established, I have thinking about civil related business. What is the challenges faced in establishing a business of related to civil engineering?
So when you say civil business, you want to become a contractor or you want to build something?
Build a new business.
Yeah, but what business? What area?
There's like company.
Right, so you want to start a company to make a building material, or you want to actually do a building, construct a building?
Construction.
So construction business you want to start. I think my suggestion is, if that's the case, you get some exposure in a construction company.
Yes.
Because ultimately it's man, materials and money. Every day you're dealing with manpower, you're dealing with materials, you're dealing with money.
Yes.
Those 3 M's, if you want to deal, you should get practical exposure. So even during internship, it will be nice if you can take a little bit. It might be hard to work there, but some good construction company, let us say, is building a 40-story building.
Yes, sir.
If you can get exposure there, that is much more valuable than anything you get in a textbook or a classroom. Because real world, what is happening, how the foundations are done, how the budgeting is done, how the timelines, because everything has a sequence, no?
Yes, sir.
When the slab is cast, how the slabs are designed. My suggestion is get exposure, work in a company at least for a couple of years, understand the business,
Yes.
and then you float your own company.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Because once you float a company, you should also decide whether you want to do tender business or you want to do your own private business.
Not
Today, if you want
business, sir. It's I have to build my own business.
Own?
Business.
Right.
But
so you want to construct your own.
Yes.
Okay. So then best thing is to try to get some exposure in some good company. I think already Dr. Krishna Rao said we are Ashoka Builders and all, they are giving internships.
Yes, sir.
So if you can go and work there, so it's important to learn as much as possible.
Yes, sir.
Where are they getting the steel from? Where are they getting the cement from? How are they casting the slab? How much manpower they're using there? What is the mix of concrete they're using? All that you would have studied in textbooks.
Yes, sir.
But what is it actually they're doing? Are they using RMC concrete? Are they using regular? What type of bricks they're using? Today, nowadays, they're talking about robo sand because sand is not available.
Yeah.
All that, if you go there, I'll give you a small example. We have some land near Sadashipet. For a campus, I bought it.
Yes.
Our land low intensity, there's a lot of stone. When you dig up that land, you're getting big boulders. So I asked my supervisor, can we use this for construction? First reaction, he said, Panikraj sir, granite canals, we have to buy granite. Then I requested our civil department, I will give you samples, you analyze it. So I think one of our students only came there along with the faculty, and 5-6 bags of stones I sent. And in our lab, they tested it.
Yes, sir.
It is on par or better than granite. So now I am happy if I do some construction, I will use that material only. Why should I buy from somewhere else?
Yes, sir.
And the Moram, which is in that site, is also got very good load bearing. So I can use that also. So if you're doing your own business, you start thinking on those things also, the financial side also.
Yes, sir.
So for that, I think some exposure is required. Go to a work site and see what is happening. Where are they getting the metal from? Where are they getting the sand from? Then you will understand, okay, how does it work? Okay?
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, M-Farm. I'm from Hyderabad basically. I didn't do my B-Farm here. So I came all the way from there to here because of the placement opportunities and all. And during the induction program also, I heard your speech. I was really happy knowing that we have so many opportunities.
Thank you.
I wanted to know if we have any kind of opportunity for collaboration between the fields, like engineering field and the pharmacy field.
Definitely. In fact, the reason we started pharmaceutical engineering was keeping that in view, because we have pharmacy college, we have chemical. Because actually what does a pharma or a medicine is made, it has to be scaled up and it has to be commercially viable. So I think that's where the chemical engineers play a role. Like I'm a chemical engineer, no? So scaling up is something which we have to do. And definitely opportunities are there. In fact, I'm surprised that we are not doing it because I've been telling our people to collaborate.
Yes, on the induction day also you mentioned about this, so I just wanted to ask.
So what I'll do is probably I myself will come and do it one day. If the HODs are not interested, I'll do that. Definitely we should do that, madam. Once again, I'll request all of you, pharmaceutical, pharmacy students, because now everything is related to AI and stuff like that. So if there are any training programs which are being done there, I would request the principal to extend it even to the Viper students also. Yes. Not everyone would be interested, but those who are interested. Suppose there is some program on artificial intelligence going on. I think you should come and attend that. So
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll help you, Amma. We'll help you.
I am Divija, third year chemical engineering student. Sir, as the industries are moving towards automated plants and human machine collaborations and all, so is there any specific soft engineering skills that every engineer must know that is as technical as any other subject in chemical engineering, like heat transfer or fluid mechanics?
It's a very good question. In fact, the fundamentals are very important. The heat transfer, the thermodynamics, the kinetics, the reaction engineering, you should not forget that. That is very important. Now, what is happening in the industry is, I'll give you two examples so that you understand. See, I'm basically from the cement background. 4/7, the production takes place. And earlier it was all analog controls, digits, dials and all that. So for pressure, temperature, control, everything was a dials. Then slowly it became a control system. We had something called a PLC, programmable logic controller, they have it. Then it became distributed control system. Now it has become fuzzy logic. Now latest plants, the last 1 year, also getting access to all the data, a lot of data coming in, and then immediately the data is analyzed, and then the signal goes to that particular transducer to increase the valve or close the valve, increase the temperature. So the fundamentals are the same, the processes are the same. It's the technology which they're using to improve the quality and make it much, much quicker. So for that, obviously a chemical engineer may not get all the knowledge for that. Like we may not know the electronics of it, the instrumentation, but to be aware is enough. You should, so that's what they call now, no, that industry 4.0, Internet of Things, machines are talking to each other. So I remember when I was running my cement plant, suppose in the conveyor belt, the material is going. And every 1 hour I have to collect the material for analysis in my lab. Now it has become online X-ray analyzer is there. So real time it is being analyzed. That's a new technology. So that way technology is picking up. And obviously we cannot learn everything as chemical engineers. But if you're at least aware, I think that should be more than enough. Having said that, these languages like Python and all, you should learn. Because you might have to write a small program somewhere. You don't have to depend on someone else. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
I know maybe few more questions as well, as in the interest of time. I think we covered all the branches, and with all utmost attention and patience, our chairman sir and vice chairman sir have addressed that. Thank you very much for the whole day, sir, for spending us the whole day to encourage our students. I know there is this type of interaction they will not find in any of the institution, but this is not the end, as said by chairman sir rightly. We will pick up few of the students from each section, each particular branch, and form a core team, so that this would be a continuous process throughout the journey of your training program. Thank you very much for joining. Now I request you to please join us for a small celebration here for the 1,000 placement, sir. Anything you wanted?
Yeah, so you saw the concrete cano championship recently, no? So I think Dr. Krishnara is going to conduct one more competition in the second half.
Yes, January 1st.
That is for the surveying. So civil is going to have two competitions every year. One is every year in January first week you're going to conduct the concrete cano. The second competition is something which in the US they do, it's called the surveying competition. That means people get their total stations here. And then there'll be a project where they actually have a competition using the surveying techniques. That means yearly 2 events for a class of 60 is something very good for this college. You can actually add on more to that. Suppose, for example, they have made the boats. Can you think of making solar power boats? Solar power concrete boats. Can you make autonomous boats? Then the civil engineers have to work with electronics people, and so that's the only way you can actually improve engineering. Then you can get companies here. Like how Baha is recruiting, companies are recruiting from Baha. Your core civil engineering people should come here and recruit. Similarly, madam, for your Chemicar, if you can put it in the calendar, when are you conducting it next year?
July, sir.
Yeah, so make sure that you get more and more teams and get companies also here to recruit our students. Because the minute they see students doing all this, because no other college is doing it, that means fundamentally the fundamentals must be strong here, no? So I think this is the only way we can take it forward like that. Yeah, please go ahead.
Vishnu Audio Visual Center. Like and share and subscribe and click bell icon.